What is going on, YouTube? Welcome to the Living Freed channel. My name is Tyler Freed, and today I'm going to be talking about the 3 things that I learned before getting into the trucking industry, the 3 things I learned working directly for multimillionaires. These are people that I actually know myself and know personally, and I'm going to talk about 3 of the things that I picked up from working with these guys, and 3 things that I am using in my plans to create success myself. And I am now in a different industry than they were in, but however, I learned a whole lot from working for these guys, and I owe a lot of the success I've had so far and the path I'm on, I owe it to them, honestly, because they taught me so much, and a lot of times that I don't even think they realize how much I learned from them. So anyway, I'm going to get into the 3 of the things, and there's many others, but these are 3 core things that I would like to discuss in this video that I actually learned from multimillionaires. And listen, when I say multimillionaires, I do not mean the main route most people who have $1 million net worth, go. Most people have, a paid off house, 401k, IRA, and that's how people become a millionaire. They're millionaires when they're 60. No, these guys were multimillionaires by building a business and selling their business, building another business. They did it through entrepreneurship. They did it through investing their money and actually building something big. So it's not like the everyday millionaire where they have $1 or $2 million net worth. No, these guys are multimillionaires. These guys are world-class business people, in my opinion. And I'm going to share, a couple things that I picked up. So number one is they are obsessed with being knowledgeable about everything they possibly can with the industry that they're in. Okay, so the first thing I picked up and I learned from them was if you're in any field, it doesn't really matter. You should try to be as knowledgeable as you possibly can about that business or about that skill or whatever, right? So I learned that, especially if you're trying to start a business and build a business, I learned from them that you don't need to be a master in everything, but you need to know a little bit of everything to do with that business, right? You need to be able to understand and communicate with every aspect of that business, okay? And that is the number one thing I learned was, again, they are obsessed with being educated and being as smart as they possibly can. Constant study, constant repetition of information that they already know, but they constantly sharpen the sword, sharpen the saw, or whatever, and constantly keep relearning and, trying to add new tools to their tool belt as far as skills and things like that go, right? So number 1, constant education, being an expert in their field. That's number 1. Number two is once they got their business started, okay, they went all in on their business, okay? They went all in. They had a plan, they had an idea of a business, and they invested in it. They worked hard, worked jobs for many, many years, saved up, finally had the money to be able to invest money into starting their own business, and they were all in. They put all the chips on the table, and whenever their business finally started making a profit, they did not fool around with the profit they made, even if it was the most money they ever saw in their life. No, they kept plowing that money back in to actually build a real business. They reinvested all that they can so that they could actually build something really special, right? So again, number 1, constant education. Number 2, going all in, reinvesting that profit wanting to actually grow something big so that they could go in turn, go and sell it later down the line, right? And really cash out and really hit the home run. That was number 2. So constant reinvesting back into themselves, back into their business, growing that top and bottom line, right? So, and then number three, I think this is the most important thing. And quite honestly, I think this is the most important thing, whether you are running a business or you just have a really great job. And this is taking that profit or taking that portion of your income and turning that income into passive income, aka taking your savings and going and buying assets, right, that pay you passive income. Okay, that is the third thing that I learned, right? So after they worked really, really hard, built their businesses and sold their businesses and made a bunch of money, okay, they didn't just sit on that and go buy a bunch of dumb stuff. No, they took that money and they invested it. They went and bought real estate. They went and invested in the stock market. They hired a financial advisor to manage their large sums of money that they had accumulated through their businesses. Why did they do that? Because they had to diversify at that point, right? So, again, these are the 3 things, and I believe these are really important because it's so simple. It's so simple, and a lot of the things that I learned from these guys, I did not register with me until after I quit working for them because, I was young and immature and dumb, and I know it, but I did pick up a lot of things because after I had worked for these guys and learned all that I learned, I did not actually mature and become a real adult until after I left them, right? And a lot of the things that I learned, I did not pick up until I started really taking my education seriously, until I started becoming an avid reader and just constantly teaching myself about business and finance. And I started studying not only, just the basic fundamentals of business, but I started studying people like, the Rockefellers, the Carnegies, the, Grant Cardone, Robert Kiyosaki. I started studying mega successful people and families that had built generational wealth, right? And whenever I started really learning and studying and diving deep into these successful people and families and businesses, I started realizing, dang, I learned so much by working for guys that have actually done it, and I knew them on a personal level, right? So anyway, I just wanted to share 3 of the things, and I will share a lot more that I actually learned by working for these guys and building a personal relationship with them, and all of the things that I learned over the course of 3 years of working directly for them. And I will share a lot of that throughout my the time I built this channel and everything like that. And by the way, if you like this video, please smash the like button and hit the subscribe button for more content in the future. That would be much appreciated. But yes, those are the 3 things, okay? And these are 3 really, really simple things, but really important, okay? So, number 1, constant education. Number 2, reinvest what's left over, plow it back in until it becomes a mega success. And then number 3, turn that profit, turn that lump sum of money into assets. Buy real estate, buy stocks, buy another business, become a passive investor so that you can actually build out a retirement and, have time with your family, your friends, and to do the things you really want to do. So, and that is what, ultimately, people that are really successful, I've learned, it's not necessarily the money that they're after, it's the freedom, it's the choices that they're after. And, I truly believe this, even though we are having a lot of tough times in this country right now. I firmly believe that the American dream is still alive if, and this is only if, you're willing to go out there and bust your butt and go out there and make it, right? willing to do the work, if you're willing to study, and you're willing to do things that make you feel uncomfortable, you can be successful in this country, right? And you can build a great life for your family. So I firmly believe that that's still possible for everybody, no matter what your background is. No matter if you're a man, you're a woman, you're black, you're white, you're Hispanic, you're Asian, doesn't matter, right? And honestly, that's what I love about the trucking industry, because I truly feel like this is an industry that creates that opportunity, that allows people to start from nothing and build a lot of success with the right mindset and with the right determination and effort. So anyway, that'll be it for this video. Like I said, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and God bless. Have a great day.